and welcome to another episode of Infoscope. I'm your host, Hannah Kim. Once again, it's time to look at some of the latest stories from the IT and science worlds. Let's first go through a rundown of Briefing Scope. With the warmer weather, it's common for people to move during the spring season. However, one health concern is the sick building syndrome. Sick building syndrome refers to how occupants of a building experience acute health or comfort-related effects. We will take a look at what causes the syndrome and how it may worsen atopic dermatitis. But before we touch upon that story, we have new headlines about space exploration. Scientists have recently photographed the first super-Earth planet, which is a planet that's heavier than Earth, but lighter than Uranus or Neptune. Let's find out more about this and other stories here on Briefing Scope. Researchers have found the super-Earth planet 55, Cancri E, can get extremely hot and cold. Daytime temperatures are believed to hover around 2,427 degrees Celsius, while the temperature dips to 1,107 degrees Celsius at night. Formaldehyde, which is known to trigger sick building syndrome, was found to aggravate atopic dermatitis. When patients were exposed to formaldehyde for 1 hour, skin moisture levels dropped by 10.4%, while skin acidity went up by 1.2%, reducing skin resilience overall. New research shows that the risk of developing thyroid cancer increases with weight. Furthermore, women who have gone through menopause and gained weight are up to 7 times at a greater risk of developing thyroid cancer. Researchers recommend maintaining a healthy weight in order to reduce chances of getting cancer. The lowest number of genes held by a living creature is about 520. The U.S. Research Institute has successfully created a living bacteria with 473 genes, the JCVI SYN 3.0. Back in 2010, an artificial living organism was created with 901 genes, which means that the number of genes in an artificial organism dropped by almost half over the past 6 years. A lot of progress in less than a decade, wouldn't you say? Now moving on to our next segment, a startup campus will be opening up in Pangyo, Gyeonggi-do province next month. This initiative will not only help develop Korea's very own Silicon Valley, but it will also provide creative space, support, and resources for startups. We'll have more on this in just a bit, but let's first explore a story about a drummer who lost part of his right arm, but will now be able to play the drums again thanks to a special robotic arm. Here are some more details next on Industry Inside.
The band creates a beautiful harmony. The drummer stands out, as he has a robotic prosthetic arm holding 2 drumsticks. Drummer Jason Barnes lost part of his right arm due to electrocution, and thanks to a U.S. research team, he is now able to play drums once again. The first stick on the robotic arm works by using electromyographic muscle sensors to detect the arm muscle movement. The second stick is autonomous, controlled by a drum-playing algorithm that can improvise accompanying beats.
So that was interesting, speeds that most humans can play, but we can actually play much faster because we have the technology. And it can play 15 hertz or maybe even 20 hertz, which is 20 hits a second.
The researchers also created a smart arm and strapped it onto a drummer. The arm uses proximity sensors to adjust the drumstick's strength and distance, and utilizes motion capture technology for a more natural movement. The researchers succeeded in making the arm move based on the wearer's brainwaves. They hope that this smart arm technology can be used in not only drumming, but also surgery and other fields. Tables, whiteboards, and sheets of paper are scattered all over this 890 square meter room. People mingle around and use a variety of tools during their conversations. This is the SAP AppHaus Heidelberg, established in Heidelberg, Germany by the leading global business software corporation SAP. It is a new type of creative space for companies, schools, and local societies that seek innovation.
This is a new creative space where we are going to bring customers and SAP to jointly work in a creative environment on new innovative products, new innovative solutions.
An AppHaus center was established in Silicon Valley in the United States, and now Korea has become the first nation in Asia to play host to an AppHaus center. Seoul's AppHaus will open in the startup campus in Pangyo, Gyeonggi-do Province in May, and provide an interactive space and educational programs for startups. AppHaus is based on the concept of design thinking, which emphasizes designs and technology that are centered on humans. The goal of the center is to share knowledge with public institutions, students, and others and innovate together.
현장에 나가서 가치 있는 문제를 발굴하는 것부터 이 디자인 थिं킹 방법론을 통해서 이 솔루션을 디자인을 하고 글로벌 시장에 진출할 수 있는 프로덕트를 만들고 그런 지원 역할을 했으면 참 좋고요.
Korean startups will be able to get plenty of help as global startup supporting centers like AppHaus and the Yosma campus establish themselves in Korea. This farmer is using a smartphone to control the greenhouse and water the crops. We can also use smartphones to control electric appliances at home and unlock front doors, showing how mainstream Internet of Things or IoT technology has become. The IoT market was worth about $2 billion in 2013 and is expected to reach a value of $14 billion in 2020, growing by 32.8% annually.
2020년에 전 세계 시장 규모가 약 1조 달러 이상이 될 것으로 이야기들을 하고 있습니다. 국민들의 생활 편의를 향상시킬 것은 물론이고 기업의 경영 효율화 그리고 관련 산업의 발전 이러한 것을
SK Telecom, Samsung Electronics, and the Daegu Metropolitan Government are joining forces to secure a lead in the growing IoT market. Daegu will have an IoT restriction-free zone and set aside more than $800 million for supporting relevant joint ventures. SK Telecom will create a network dedicated to the development and inspection of new technologies, while Samsung Electronics will provide equipment and infrastructure.
세계적인 기업이 우리 대구를 테스트베드로 삼아서 IoT 산업을 실질적으로 비즈니스화하겠다고 나선 것은 대단히 대구뿐만 아니라 대한민국 미래를 위해서 굉장히 의미 있는 일이다 이렇게 생각합니다.
Daegu's IoT test will see rigorous investments in medicine, energy efficiency, and autonomous vehicles, among others, and is expected to produce a variety of smart products and services.
With the world's first IoT trial town in Daegu, it may be another cool spot to visit in Korea. I am personally going to check it out in the near future. Now, in our previous episodes of Infoscope, we talked about artificial intelligence and deep learning. But new ideas now lead to more applications to deep learning. This time, it's voice communications. How will this new technology impact society's form of audio, language, and conversation? We'll tell you in just a moment. And over in the field of medicine, Korean researchers discovered an enzyme that plays a key process in the development of not only leukemia, but also other forms of cancer. Could this finding be the answer to stopping cancer? Let's take a closer look on Take a Peek.
Leukemia is cancer of blood-forming tissues. In people with leukemia, the bone marrow produces abnormal white blood cells, which don't function properly. Survival rates are on the rise, but leukemia is still common among adolescent cancer patients, making up 1/3 of them. Fortunately, Korean researchers have discovered an enzyme that may thwart leukemia. The researchers confirmed that an enzyme known as TET inhibits cancer. When the researchers removed the TET enzyme from laboratory mice, the mice all died in 5 weeks from myelocytic leukemia.
텟이 없을 경우에 흥미롭게도 조혈모세포의 분화 과정에 필수적인 유전자들의 그 발현이 비정상적으로 조절이 되고요. 또 유전체상의 그 DNA 그 손상 부위가 제대로 교정되지 않는 것을 확인할 수 있었습니다. 아마도 이 두 가지가 통합적으로 작용을 해서 암 발달을 촉진한 것으로 생각이 됩니다.
Activating the TET enzyme in the presence of other forms of cancer, such as lung, liver, or breast cancer, showed similar suppression behaviors. Researchers look forward to new treatments based on their findings and have published their study in the international scientific journal, Nature Communications. When the voice cuts in the middle of a phone call, The broken pieces are connected. Even so, it's not easy to make out the whole sentence. This time, artificial intelligence was used to restore the conversation. The conversation runs much more smoothly. There aren't any major differences when the audio graph for the intact conversation is compared with the AI restored one. The restoration is based on deep learning techniques where artificial intelligence is used to discover patterns in data and guess what kind of data is missing. This is similar to the AI system that picked up patterns from countless cat pictures and was able to correctly identify a cat when it saw one.
이렇게 소리 끊겼을 때는 이런 음성을 만들어내라 라고 학습을 시킨 거죠. 아주 깊게 쌓고 컴퓨터를 많이 동원해서 해주게 되면 얘가 자기 스스로 학습을 해서 이렇게 음성이 끊겼을 때 소리를 만들어내주게 되는 거죠.
This technology is the first application of deep learning to voice communication.
그야말로 사람의 말을 제대로 인지할 수 있는 음성 인식 기능을 갖춘 휴머노이드 로봇을 만드는 것이 가장 큰 이슈거든요. 딥러닝 기술을 우리 더욱더 깊게 해서 더욱더 이제 정교하게 잘 만들어주게 되면 현재 나오는 음성 인식 기술보다 훨씬 더 이제 진보된 음성 인식을 만들게.
These findings were published in the academic journal IEEE Transactions on Audio, Speech, and Language Processing. Atopic dermatitis is characterized by severe itching. It is also not easy to cure and can morph into allergic disorders. As there isn't a specific cure, patients suffering from the more severe cases are given steroids for treatment. Korean researchers have discovered a new treatment from seaweed. When particles like house dust touch the skin, a certain protein appears and results in an allergic reaction. Applying diachol, extracted from seaweed, stops the formation of the specific protein and restores the skin. Applying diachol on a mouse, which showed the same allergic reaction as humans, resulted in a complete restoration of normal skin after 4 weeks.
아토피 피부염이 생성이 되는 정말 초기 단계에 생성이 되는 단백질을 억제를 함으로써 이 뒤에 일어나는 모든 면역 반응들을 제어를 할 수 있는 거기 때문에 아마 훨씬 더 효과적으로 이 아토피 피부염의 진행을 억제할 수 있을 것으로 생각합니다.
Since seaweed is a natural material, side effects are minimal, and the treatment showed to be more effective than using steroids. Researchers look forward to seeing this treatment applied not only to atopic dermatitis, but also other allergy-related disorders like rhinitis or asthma.
If you think about it, when you hear the word seaweed, you think of the beach or food. So to me, it's truly amazing that seaweed can be used to treat atopic dermatitis or other allergy-related disorders. Now with that said, it's time for me to wrap up today's edition of Infoscope. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all next week with more from the science and IT worlds. Have a wonderful day and goodbye!